Potato, we're live. Hello,
Are we live?
friends of the Wednesday weekly chat. Hello.
Hello. First order of business. We need to get a can jam set for the garage and then put it in our bus.
Yeah, is that the first order of
How
business?
have we been traveling around this long without can jam?
Oh, man.
Breaks down pretty small.
I gotta get my chat all set up so I can...
Oh, I just saw
So I
they were
can see you
playing something called Disc Flect, which is a can jam to me. So I'm wondering who ripped off who.
If you haven't noticed from Drew's shirts and his hats and just all of his stuff in general, Drew loves disc golf. He is all about it. 110% in
backwards
on disc golf.
Yeah, honestly, I wish that's all I was doing every day, all day.
Hello, everyone. Wednesday weekly chat.
I've barely even played lately.
Disc golf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did have an ace a couple weeks ago, though.
You did. Yep. Congratulations.
3 weeks ago. Thanks.
I've witnessed a few aces. It's pretty exciting. Mateo is here. Although he's sleeping like he does every week. He just sleeps through this whole thing.
Sleepy potato.
What do you think?
You're a sleepy potato, but it's okay.
What did we do this week in the video? Episode 5.
We waterproofed for the submarine.
Right.
And added the helicopter blade
to the submarine.
Yeah. Oh, it's fully aquatic and airborne.
That's gonna be a fun build.
Yep.
Hello from Knoxville, Tennessee. Tom. Hello, Tom.
Hello. Mm-hmm.
What did we do this week? We put the roof rack on.
Roof rack.
We did
do the roof rack.
Yeah, we did a pretty simple roof rack build compared to last summer. That bus. This roof rack, you could, if you didn't need to extend the unistrut, you could do it completely without welding. Yeah. Which is pretty appealing because a lot of people don't have the ability to weld. Hiring a welder can be expensive. It can be hard to find. So I think it's a really kind of simple, easy design that if you're looking for a way to do a roof rack, that might be a good way to do it on a flat roof, at least.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm pretty sure you could do it without welding because what you probably could do is if your bars lined up right, you could just cut pieces the size you need. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, the space between where the vent fan is, there's no panel there. So you don't really necessarily need that bar. You could probably do one length for that front panel and then one length behind that fan between the next fan for. So I never even thought about that. We're just putting dead weight up there, Savannah. I do think it's stronger with it all together. Well, at least for this frame too, it locks that frame in together. Yeah. So I like it for on this, but yeah, you could definitely probably just do it that way.
We got Bart in the house. Bart, what's up? He says, "Hey, Drew and Savannah, sick moves, Drew." Drew was the absolute highlight of this whole episode. His dance moves were prime.
I was surprised myself when. I wasn't surprised it made the cut because I know Savannah likes to mix it in there, but she really went for it on the edit there. I was like, I was like laughing and like, wow, it's still going.
It was too good.
Then it was another 30 seconds. I'm like, oh my goodness.
When I was reviewing the footage, I knew that it just needed to shine. It needed its own moment. And it got it.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I actually laughed.
The splintered finger. Hello from Smith Mountain Lake, Virginia.
Oh, wow.
Your name is Ted, I think.
Yep.
If
Every time I hear that, though, it like sounds like such like a band to me.
The Splintered Finger. It does. It sounds like a really good band name.
Yeah. Like, oh, we got people from bands watching now.
Chuck Spencer. Hey, Chuck, welcome back. What's up? Hey, from South Georgia. You're near Savannah.
Oh, Savannah. Got more of a Savannah thing.
Bus Big Buford. I would like to know your name or names.
It's Bus Big Buford. What do you mean? It says right there.
I like to know everybody's names. Hi, guys.
Big,
fighting.
You know that they roll into a party, them, whoever it is. Big Buford! You know what I mean? From across the room.
Hi, guys. Fighting traffic tonight.
Oh, West Side.
I'm so sorry.
This video is
Lisa.
not brought to you by Westside.
Bus Big Buford Lisa.
See?
Yep, I remembered Ted. I'm gonna remember you.
I mean, I feel like he's got like a kind of a proggy metal band.
The Splintered Finger.
Yeah. But like proggy indie metal hybrid.
Well, it's good to see you guys. I love the repeat customers. We got a bunch of people that tune in every week, and we love to chat with you guys. Last week, I was having an allergic reaction during the live. Yeah, I got stung by a...
Oh, okay.
We figured out it wasn't a bee. It was a yellow jacket. And I'm really lucky that I didn't get stung more than once, honestly. Yeah. And I was feeling a little lightheaded by the end. So no allergic reactions, no stings, no cuts. I'm all good this week. No injuries.
Yeah, those ones can they can keep getting you.
Yeah, I did. I took a Benadryl after that and went to sleep. I felt a lot better. But my finger was swollen for at least 3-4 days, and it got so itchy. It was really bad.
Yeah, that was probably the worst part.
We have a nest in the ground outside of our workshop, and so we had to kind of get those out of there because I got stung, and Mateo is probably next.
Just gotta avoid him.
Poor guy. He's so tired.
He's already sleeping. What the heck?
Buford was my dog. Oh, I
Oh,
love that. That's such a good name.
I don't know if I feel bad now.
Oh, no. Bus Big Buford.
Yeah.
That's cute. I love that.
That's a good one.
Oh, everybody's saying hi to each other.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Oh, hi.
What else did we do this week? We did the roof rack. Super cool. We did it out of Unistrut. We love Unistrut. You've probably seen that. We've done every single one of our roof racks out of Unistrut.
It's straightforward to me. I don't know.
It's so easy, and there's so many like pieces that you can buy for the Unistrut. You can do all kinds of different things with it.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. And then we put the vent fans in. We switched it up. We went with Max fan. Yeah,
this is the first time for us with the Max fans. And I did notice that while we'll probably never run them, they have 10 speeds, which is just excessive to me.
It's a lot of speeds.
We probably never run them on high. They actually pull more than the Fantastic fans can only pull, I think, 36 watts. And these Max fans can stop out at 5 amps, which is, what's that? 50, 60 watts. Right? Does that make sense? Yeah. Which I had to size up my wire plan for that.
Yeah.
Because the length of the run is pretty far for those fans. And when it was only the max, only 36, I think I was good on the voltage drop at 16 gauge. And I had to put these up to 14. So I had to order some 14. I was like, oh, damn it.
Yep.
But once again, I'm sure we'll never touch that. But, you know, this vehicle, whether we sell it this year or in the coming years, I want to make sure it's, you know, safe to be run at that level.
Absolutely.
We almost never turn our Fantastic fans above 1.
No, we don't.
They just get loud and like don't do that much more.
They have 3 speeds. Yeah, we almost never.
Sometimes if we've been out of there for a while and it's pretty hot, we might put them both on pulling out, like open up the door or the window and put them on a higher, on 2 or 3, just to kind of clear the air out. But I never let them run very long.
Yeah.
It's not that there's any issue. It's just they're loud. And like the amount of more air movement doesn't seem worth it to me.
Super loud.
It's kind of annoying.
I don't care what brand you get. They're pretty much always loud.
I'll probably only run these on 1 through like 4 anyways, I bet.
Dan says hello from Alabama. Hi.
Howdy. We got a lot of people down south here.
People from all over, I know. Chuck, oh my, those guys are the worst. I'm glad you only got hit once for sure. Keep that Benadryl handy. Yeah, considering I was standing next to a nest in the ground, that's where I got stung, was right next to the nest. Yeah, I was doing pretty good. I'm pretty lucky.
I got in a battle with those guys many years ago, and I worked in a pizzeria sub shop, and they were outside the entry door, and I went out there, thought I would, you know, get them with the spray because, you know, the customers were getting harassed by these. Thing dove bomb me right here, right? It got me right in the eyelid.
What?
And a couple times. And then I had to work the rest of my shift like swollen.
You got stung a couple times in the eye?
In the eyelid right here.
What?
And it looked like I got like out of a boxing match. And I had like 6 hours left to work. And I was like, but also swollen, and I couldn't open my eye.
Wow.
Oh, welcome to the pizza shop. And like, people are like, this guy
no.
looks crazy.
Oh, that's horrible.
It was so bad. It was bad.
Apparently, you're supposed to spray the nest at night because that's when they're not active.
That makes sense. I did it in the middle of the hot summer day.
That's what I learned.
I was a dumb kid and didn't know what I was doing.
Jules.
now
says,
I
"Hey,
now I
what's
would
up?"
know better to make the owner of the business do that.
Yeah, don't do that as an employee. No. Dan says, how many watts have you decided to install on the roof? You wanna let him know?
The secret reveal. 8 million watts.
It's a lot of watts.
No, we got 3 400-watt panels, so 1200.
Mhm.
I was hoping to do like 15 or 16 given the size of the roof at first, but 1200 is more than ample for what we use. And without kind of getting crazy with the setup, because of the chimney having to be in line a bit, having to push the panels in and narrow the use of space, the simplest thing was to get just the biggest panels that would fit within that space. And that was about a 400-watt panel. We did get these new Alpha Rec cells. I think that's the brand. And they look really good. They're like super efficient. So I'm actually pretty excited. I think they're probably, I bet they will pull about the same as our 1400 watts of our Rich Solar because they're much newer cells that are, they're like a higher efficiency rating than what is in the Rich panels. Yeah,
these panels seem pretty great. They're really cool.
And so we got, so it's going to be 1200, which I mean, that's still pretty sizable that's without doing anything crazy. You could easily get like quite a bit more up there. Also, you could always do a slide if you really needed to, as we've done in the past.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Let's see. How many watts? Steven said they bite and sting at the same time. Had one attack my big toe. Now sleep that night. Sounds awful.
Yeah, they don't mess around.
I'm so sorry.
They can just keep getting you too. That's the thing.
Yeah, they can keep stinging. Christine, hey from Kingston, Ontario, our neighbors to the north.
Oh, that's pretty close.
I've always wanted to go to Kingston.
Maybe we should go this year.
And the Tragically Hip were from Kingston.
Were they?
Yeah, big fan.
We need to go see our neighbors this year.
Absolutely.
Things are finally a little bit easier to travel over there. I think you just need an app now.
Yeah, we used to go to Toronto quite frequently. And
you notice how she said that like she was from Western New York?
Toronto.
Without the T in the end. Toronto. Toronto.
It's a huge major city that's just a few hours away from us. It's pretty great.
Yeah, it's crazy. You can see it across the lake.
I know.
It's wild.
We got a super chat.
Yes.
Hey, Bart.
Bart, I don't have my guitar, but I'll still try.
Any particular reason you went with your current vent fans over the standard go-to Max Air Deluxe fans amongst most van bus lifers?
The deluxe ones. The deluxe ones are the rain cover fixed upward position ones, or the ones that can go up and down? I think they can go down.
It's got the cover. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the one where it's got the full plastic rain cover and you can put it down and up.
Yeah, if it's that one, there's a few reasons.
I think that's the one he's talking about, Max Air Deluxe. So ours are Max Air, but they are the different. They're the model down.
They're basically like the Fantastic Fan ones.
Yeah.
There's a couple reasons that I don't love them. Not that they aren't perfectly good for other people. I don't really like the look of the ones that are fixed up. So that's an aesthetic thing. I don't like that look a lot.
I think they all can go down.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
No, there's ones that are like a fixed, they're like a big bulky thing, and then there's the one that can go up and down. And I believe that one is like, I think, and I'm getting this from one of our consultations recently when we were talking about the solar layout. And I think, I could be wrong on this, that is like 18 or 20 inches. It's like,
it is,
instead of being the footprint of a normal one, I think it's like 15-ish. This one's like another 5 inches or something. So for how we set up our panels, you're now losing potentially like say 10 inches of panel space. So that was probably the breaker when we were looking at those. I'm like, I don't want to lose any more of my roof space than I have to. And then I don't know, some of all those extra things are cool, but for the price point, doesn't really attract me. The whole remote thing is kind of like I can just reach or take 2 steps.
Yeah.
So just for me, and I think those are some of the things we've talked about.
Yeah, they're a bit more expensive.
The light as well. I don't like that. And maybe there are ones that have like clear. I haven't really seen. And actually, the ones we got have a solid cover, and I don't like them. I'm probably going to change that cover out. I don't like that they don't let light in.
Yeah, they do. They're solid, and Drew complains about it every
I'm
day.
I'm definitely ordering the smoke or clear ones they have.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I want some light coming in. I don't have enough space to get the skylight.
Yeah, so let's see. They're on Prime right now.
There's
the deluxe
different kinds.
$338.
Yeah. Yeah, the price point's a big part of it.
And so let's see, we paid.
What do we get for like the standard ones?
Right now, these ones are $158.
So I mean,
because they're on sale actually.
About
right
half
now.
price.
It was budget ultimately is what came down to it. Because we try to really like get good quality on most things, but if we can cut a little bit here and there, we will do that. And so Vet Fans is kind of one of the things where I felt like the Max Air
Deluxe. Oh,
just
the
yeah,
Max
this
Air.
doesn't have a brand. It's just the Max Air rooftop fan. The ones that we got, that's the ones that we purchased. They're reversible, which is one of the biggest things we want. And like Drew said, it has 10 speeds. So it was pretty much just budget because we want 2 of them. It's not a small van where we're putting 1 in. That's like over $600 in Vet Fans.
Yeah.
So,
no, we actually like seeing, we switched this year to try these out as opposed to the Fantastic Fans. We were considering all of the options quite a bit. And
yeah, we did.
Just some of the luxury, I guess the luxury parts of those, they weren't that appealing to us to pay the extra money. And
yeah, we just feel
I
it's
didn't
not
like the other
that's
drawbacks about it. So that's why we didn't go with them. I don't want to take any more roof space up if that is correct. But I don't like that they don't really let light in.
Yeah. I think they're cool. We would probably rather spend our money on other things like the interior things that are kind of fancier, like the heated floors or like different types of lighting or more battery capacity, something like that. So just dividing up our budget, I guess.
Yeah, you just pick your spots on that stuff.
Let's see.
But
we got a bunch of comments coming in.
Yeah, they're cool. We went the other way.
I use 3M adhesive strips at 6 to 8 location points for each solar panel.
Oh, nice.
The VHB tape.
Yeah.
We did that on our first
van. We just VHB taped our panels. We only had 200 watts.
Yep.
Yeah, 200 watt panels, I think. But we had it for 4 years and never had an issue.
Never had a problem with it. Yeah, man, the hip. The hip.
With the roof being how it is on this, I wouldn't love that idea for our particular installation because
too big.
Well, the size for sure, but also like it has play off of the bars, right? So you'd have to. It's doing it the way we're doing it is really locking it into that bar, the bars that we added, the reinforced framing. Or if we just put it up there, I would feel like there's just too much movement of the fiberglass and everything.
We had a very thick fiberglass top on our van. It was a Ford. Was it an E150?
It was a 250.
250. And then, in Econoline, they chopped the top off. They put that fiberglass raised roof on. That thing was like a boat. Yeah. I swear it was a boat that they flipped over on top of the van. It was thick. It was so thick. So it was super rigid. You could walk up there without any support.
We have 4 people sitting up there more than a few times hanging out.
Yeah. And so it wasn't going anywhere once you press the panel into it. So I'm not sure I can recommend that necessarily.
Thick fiberglass or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can recommend VHB tape necessarily for most situations, but we didn't have any problems on that van at the time.
If you have a pretty solid roof and you're using smaller panels, I wouldn't be that worried about it at all. Worked out for us, but that's a personal choice. I wouldn't do it with these big panels either way. There's just too much. I mean, there's 70 inches, 72 inches wide or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
Way too big. Too big. I wouldn't trust that at all. There's a lot of drag on it going down the highway. Element 115.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Hello, friends from Phoenix, Arizona.
Hola.
What up?
¿Cómo está?
Let's see. Christine, you have to visit Kingston and check out the Gord Downey Pier and Beach on our Lake Ontario waterfront. Nice. There's a Gord Downey Pier.
We do have to go. It's right across the water. We're going.
That's amazing.
Set it up. We're going.
That's amazing. I saw Gord Downey. Well, I saw the hip play twice, and it was pretty close to when he passed, like within probably 2 years, and it was amazing. It was such a good show. Got to be a hip fan. If you're from Western New York, so close to Canada, we're honorary.
Yeah. All the Canadian bands are pretty big here.
Oh yeah.
Something what we grew up on.
Bus Big Buford. I got 40% off. Help my budget. Great. The event fans.
Oh, nice.
They are on super sale right now.
Oh yeah, this is the time for sure to get those big ones.
Yep. They're on sale for $158. I just looked.
Oh, the regular ones?
The ones that we got.
Okay.
They're on sale.
Are the expensive ones on sale too?
I'm not sure.
I bet they are.
There's a bunch of deals right now if you're shopping on Amazon.
Damn, we should have waited on those fans.
I know.
I didn't know this was the thing.
I try to give everybody views. Thank you. I appreciate you guys being here. Wow, very exciting conversation. Thank you. Mark asks, are you guys keeping the new build? Still unsure.
We're going to get the question every
As
week.
we say every week.
You sound like a pro athlete, like doesn't want to talk about the off season or something. Are you coming back next year? I'm talking about insulating roof racks right now.
Every week that we build, it gets cooler and we go, oh my God, we could do this. We could be sitting outside doing this, enjoying a beer, having dinner out here. Like every week it gets more and more tempting. I will tell you that. We'll let you know. Cheers, Drew. Cheers emoji, buddy.
Cheers. Where's that from?
Element 115.
Oh, of course. Salud.
Bart, I have that same fiberglass high top on my Econoline. I got to take a look at your van, Bart, because I have not looked at it. We subscribed to your channel, but this week was a busy week. I didn't have a lot of time.
Oh, yeah. We got to see this.
I know. I got to see it.
Yeah, those tops are incredible.
Tom, have you ever traveled to Baja, California in your bus?
No.
Not in the bus.
In the van.
But in our first van, we spent a little over a month in Baja. We got almost all the way down to the bottom and back up. It was amazing. And we've been talking about going back ever since. We're definitely going to go back.
I was daydreaming about it the other day.
It was incredible. I often do.
I'm like, why haven't we been back there? I love it there. We came in through San Diego there, and then we went all the way down to Todos Santos, which is as far as we really wanted to go because we didn't really have much interest in the whole Cabo thing. I'm sure there's cool stuff there, but a lot of it feels like that touristy. You're still in America on a resort thing, which wasn't of interest to us. So we decided that Todos Santos would be like the farthest we were going to go, and then we worked our way back up to saw more stuff.
It was an amazing time. Man. You can just camp right on the beaches, which is just so magical. And especially if you have 4x4 capability, you can get out there and not see anybody. And the food, the food is amazing. It was a great time. And Mateo came from Mexico, from Sonora, from a rescue. And we really want to go down there and volunteer and just help out however we can down there. Because obviously we're so grateful to them for giving us Mateo. Mm-hmm. So we want to go down there and see that. We love Mexico.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to spend more time. Soon enough.
Let's see. What's good, bro? Shout out from AZ Phoenix.
Oh, what's up?
Benjamin Felix said hi.
602 in the house. Cheers, Benjamin.
Christine says, I'm currently building out my shuttle bus on my own, and it's hard work, but I'm stubborn and I just keep striving.
You got it.
That's incredible.
You got it.
You're doing such a great job, and you're doing something that neither of us have done, and that's building out completely on your own.
Yeah.
You know, like that is a huge, huge thing, and that's a huge accomplishment. And once you're done with that bus and you're on the road, that is going to be so fulfilling to know that you did that. It's exactly what you want.
Absolutely.
It's no one else's. Like, congratulations. That's such a huge step. And you got to be stubborn to build a bus.
Oh, man.
So many hurdles. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Congratulations.
I feel like when you're, we have periods where we're working alone because do things that we more specialize in. And it can be frustrating, but also it can be like really therapeutic when you're kind of just in there in your own zone. Especially once it's something you kind of know what you're doing. It helps a lot. Like being on our third build. I was kind of prepping some wiring stuff today. And yeah, it was kind of like, because I knew what I had to do. It was sort of just like relaxing. It became like methodical a bit. And I was able to just sort of have some time to think. Savannah was out getting a haircut, looking all fresh for the live.
Yep.
But it's frustrating. And some things you need an extra hand sometimes. Like it's hard to do certain things without someone just to hold something.
Let's see. Steven made the fresh spring rolls from your Bus Life Meals video. First three never hit the plate. My wife ate them. Delicious and filling. Thanks. That's how we feel about them.
Dude, those are so good.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
you
incredible.
Bring those back like full time.
I know.
It might be like
might
be lunch all next week.
To see everything I've done so far, just go to the Van Build series playlist. Bart, yes.
Oh, cool.
We got to do that.
Yeah.
We got to take a look.
I was working on it right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
You must be, right? Chuck, everyone, please be sure to report those profiles so that YouTube will delete them. Yes, please. We don't have a mod. I'm just doing it. So if anybody wants to volunteer to do that.
Stupid people.
We could
Robots
use that.
And stuff.
We're not used to going live. We're getting better at it, obviously, since we're doing it every week. But I'm the only one over here doing that. So I guess if someone else wants to help, we can sign you up for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, report them. It's just really stupid. Thank you so much for your encouragement. I needed that today from Christine. Anytime.
Oh, you got it.
We're here to help. You got this.
Well, how long has she been at it?
Yeah, how long have you been building?
Yeah.
I'd like to know. You need mods to delete them. I know. I need help. Someone help me.
Mods? Oh, moderators.
Yeah.
Like, wait, we can download mods. Like bots that are good bots.
Like upgrades.
Oh, they're good bots. Yeah, it probably is. You got to pay $1,500 for this plugin.
Element 115, nice beer koozie, West Side.
Oh, yeah, West Side Disc in the house.
Yeah, Drew's all about it.
Oh, he just tuned in. I don't think you heard I had Ace number 6 2 weeks ago.
Ooh.
Anvil.
Ace number 6.
Yeah.
Let's see.
First one of the year, though.
Bus Big Buford, check out the supermoon tonight.
Oh, if this cloud stop.
Sounds like it's raining a little bit.
It's raining on and off out here.
I hope it doesn't get too rainy because this metal building will be super loud.
I think it's letting up.
Jules, take your time if it's your first build because you might change your mind about what you actually need. So true. We did our bus build after we'd already been on the road for 4 years. So we had a pretty good idea of what would work and what wouldn't. So if it's your first time, it's probably more beneficial to kind of go on some like trial trips, build a little bit, and then,
I think regardless
do a trial run
of what you do, you're going to find things that you want to change. Even if you do a great job, it could be an awesome build.
Yeah.
Especially if it's your first one.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to live in it for a few months and be like, oh, I should do this or that.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Everyone has that. But
yeah, we're still finding things.
Oh yeah, we're still
like,
tweaking things all the
it
time.
would be nice to have this, or like a little place for my books here. You know, it's never perfect. It's always a work in progress. That's kind of the fun about it, right?
I think that's the balance of take your time, but also don't just stare at it forever.
That is very true. It's a delicate balance. Keep moving forward. And the benefit of it is that you built it yourself. So you know how everything works. You know how everything's built, and you can make changes.
You can rip things apart and rebuild things.
Yeah. When you discover, oh, I don't like this, or I would really like this if it had this feature, you can go back and you can redo it, you know?
When we were designing the layout for the first bus from nothing other than like being in a van for a while and having friends that were in different rigs. And we tried to just kind of go from square one and take a lot of ideas we had accumulated over the years. Man, that layout design took us a while.
I swear it took a full month.
We kept changing without doing any of the work, which is good, but also bad at points. Like, we got to put something in here and put some constrictions, because we can just keep imagining all these cool ideas, but like eventually we've got that bed frame in there and like, all right, well, now that space is that, and we know there's gonna be a closet in this, and now we have this much left to work with. Now we can start moving forward.
We started just locking things in place and then saying, all right, well, that bed frame's there, bed's going in the back. Now how are we gonna go forward from there? You have to just start making decisions, otherwise you're just swimming through a bunch of options forever, and it's really overwhelming.
For sure.
Let's see. Check out the supermoon tonight. Bus Big Buford.
All right.
I wish we could.
I guess we're checking it out.
I already said that one because it was raining. Take your time if it's your first bill. Okay, we did that one. Bart Moon is behind the clouds. ATM. It is for us too. I'm sorry.
We'll see.
I'm sorry.
The night is young.
It is.
I'll peek my eyes out there.
Chuck, raining in South Georgia too. We needed some rain, but now I'm hoping it clears up. We haven't had a lot of rain here this year either, which has been nice. It's been a little bit more mild and a little bit drier.
I hate rain.
I'm not complaining. Jules, I haven't met anyone who is done. LOL. It is constant.
Done. Oh, the bill.
Yeah, it is a constant work in progress.
Yeah, for sure.
When do you just put your tools down and you're like, that's it?
It's like recording a song.
When does that moment happen? It doesn't. That's the answer.
I mean, you just have to stop.
Dude, is that?
Maybe not. I guess
no, because you'll be wrong. You're not.
I would say it's like recording a song, except you still have the studio available. So recording a song, eventually you go, well, that's done. And without going in and paying a bunch of money and doing stuff, it's like, it is. I guess it's done. I guess you're carrying it around with you, and you can just rip it apart, so it's even worse.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's good and bad. Yeah, I mean, when we did the build last summer, we had come up with some little different ideas, and we went and put most of those modifications into our first bus, because we're like, oh man, yeah, this is a little improvement. Just like, it was a lot of little things, but things that we like, well, we definitely want to put that in ours. Like, just, we never had lights under our bed in our bus.
Yeah, that was a huge upgrade.
I was like, what were we thinking with that? So
that was a huge upgrade.
When we did that on the new bus last year, we immediately went back and put them in our bed. Some of the jobs I would do just double. Like when we were
double,
when I started doing it on the new build last summer, I was like, well, I want this. So I would just double the work and then do it on our bus at the same time. Like, I think I upgraded like some magnets or something, or the hardware, just the hardware that was holding the magnets on projector. And I immediately brought ours in and was like,
you're already doing it. You might as well update both buses.
Yeah.
Bus Big Buford, Lisa, I believe, will transport rescue dogs and pull a pet food and supply pantry trailer with your bus.
What?
That's incredible.
Nice.
You should.
That's wild.
Go to the rescue where we got Mateo. They're always looking for people to transport dogs from the rescue up to Phoenix. It's like a 4-hour drive, I think. I think it's about 4 hours.
Like that.
They're always looking for people to do that. So that would be perfect. Those are all rescue dogs. And they usually have homes in Phoenix, or they're just going to the rescue in Phoenix. But I see on Instagram all the time that they're looking for people to do that. That is so beautiful.
That's cool.
That's really wonderful. Tom, do you think you'll ever use the Starlink satellite system? We were just talking about that today. Not
currently.
Not at the moment. I'm still seeing some kind of issues with it. I've seen a lot of people be really happy with it. Recently, a lot of people have gotten it. But we're not looking to get another monthly payment right now.
No.
And we are kind of seeing that like some trees or clouds will really diminish the connection. I just think if we wait a little bit, they're gonna really upgrade.
I think I like not having service when we don't have service personally.
Yeah.
So I think it would be really nice and cool and useful at times, but I think I really enjoy when we're like places without service. I know it can be kind of limiting with like doing work online, obviously, and Savannah handles all that. So for her, it might be more frustrating at times.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easier for me to enjoy not having any service. I love not having no service, actually.
Yeah,
but but it is intriguing. But at this point, yeah, price point, what we're getting, and kind of where we're traveling right now, it doesn't really seem worthwhile. It kind of seems like a waste of money for us. Down the line, as we probably will trend to traveling more internationally,
mm-hmm.
and maybe where that might be more useful, then I'd probably re-examine that at that point. But I mean, it's really relative to where you're at. You know, some places the service is just always bad. So it might be totally worth jumping into that right now, getting that satellite service.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes in the next few, maybe not years. Maybe years is too long. If I could replace my whole phone with it, that would be amazing.
It's been discussed. Yeah, that's probably what would happen was I'll just get rid of my phone completely and just use it as a Wi-Fi thing. I think you can do that. I haven't really looked into it that hard. And then I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, Drew doesn't have a phone like half the time.
I haven't. I just let it go off a lot.
Yeah.
I'll pay monthly, so it gives me an excuse to take a break at points. And if I'm not in immediate use of it, particularly more when we're on the road, it's less of a need for me.
Yeah.
I just might let it sit off for a couple of weeks just to kind of detox my brain and just be like existing where I am.
Yeah. We're definitely keeping our eye on it. That's for sure. But I think when I checked, it was maybe a little over $100 a month. I think it was like $120. I read, which is a significant monthly payment for sure. In
if
addition,
you're able to cut your phone, I guess it's kind of almost a wash.
Yeah, if I could cut my phone bill out and replace it with that would be really cool. But yeah, that's a lot of money to add per month. So we're keeping our eye on it because it's definitely the hot topic. It's like the cool thing to get right now. I've been seeing all kinds of different people adding it to their builds, and it's intriguing. That's for sure.
Is that 110 volt? I bet.
I'm not sure.
I wonder if it's on DC or not. If it's 12 volt.
Christine bought it in 2019. Removed seats, handicap lift, had the stair tub replaced with new last year. Took me ages to remove the condenser from underneath and installed a black tank. I've put in the shower. We were asking what they've done on their bus.
Nice.
That is pretty good. That's a lot of work, especially to do by yourself.
Yeah, that work is...
That's a lot of stuff.
When you got to do that, like kind of repair work is a lot. We had to do that on our first bus. Unfortunately, we had help. Your dad basically did a lot of that, and you helped him.
Yep.
Like the stairs, had to make a new stairwell and weld those in, new wheel wells, all that stuff.
Yep.
But that's a lot of work for sure. Yep. Takes time. So you're doing good.
Let's see. my retirement, the rescue dog.
Oh, awesome.
Together. Savannah, the other thing you can do is make someone subscribe to the channel before they can comment. They have to be subscribed for 5 minutes. Absolutely what I'm going to do. They're killing me. I need a mod.
Is that just like lots of nonsense right there? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's so you don't have to.
Naked HD. Cool, man.
I know. So good. Really awesome. I don't understand even the point of that.
I don't know. Just harass as many people. See if you can get someone to accidentally click on something.
It's just harassment. What do you use for insurance? And thanks.
Oh, insurance?
Yeah.
Vehicle insurance. State Farm is what we have. Just to get RV insurance, or it depends on the vehicle and your agent and all that stuff. But yeah, you can just get RV insurance. Sometimes it's a little more of a production than others. Like it might have to do with the registration and what it's titled as, which like this vehicle, we're actually going to go through this process in a more annoying way than this build. So we're probably going to have like a better answer for the people that have issues with it, because it's still titled as a commercial.
Yep.
And they won't let us title as a passenger.
Yeah, this one's going to be a little bit more annoying.
Prove it's like a motorhome, and then we can get a new title. Which
in New York State, we have to have is it a bathroom, a sink, and a sleeping area?
I think it's just like a sink and a bed. And
yeah, at the DMV, you could get like a list of qualifications to register something as an RV. So
I think it's mostly just like running water and like a bed or something.
Yeah, so as soon as
it's not even that hard. It didn't sound very complicated.
No, and it doesn't have to be fancy. So as soon as we get to those parts of the build, we're gonna then
retitle it.
That's really important.
They would not give us a passenger title on it, which was a pain in the butt, because the buses, we were able to get those from the dealers, I think. Right? Yeah. And it was simple.
Yeah, it was very simple.
But this one, for some reason, I don't remember. It was something weird. But anyways, point is, yeah, we have to prove that it's a motorhome, which we'll be able to do soon enough. And then we'll get a brand new title, and then it will just be, you'll get RV insurance. So if you already have car insurance, that's nice, because then you can get RV, which they usually give you a better rate on.
Yes, definitely.
If you have an existing policy. Otherwise, we found it's actually usually cheaper to keep like even just a beater car on the road if you have a place to keep it, like at Family's or something.
Or if you're towing a car.
But we thought it was cheaper to keep a car here and just like store it at Family's.
Yep.
And keep it registered on the road, insured, and have the RV insurance than to just have the RV, because they'll do those like package deals.
Yeah.
So look into that if that's your situation, where you are either seasonal, part-time, or even if you're full-time, but you have somewhere you can keep a vehicle. I don't know.
Yep.
It's actually cheaper.
It was for us.
For us, at least. I don't know.
Element 115. Your new build is the future of builds, just like the James Webb Telescope, bringing us a new discovery for planet Earth.
That's kind of where we're going for the James Webb. Wait do you see the artwork that's going to be wrapping the vehicle? I'm actually going to... Well, I shouldn't say it on the internet, because I was going to steal those images from NASA, but...
Of like galaxies?
Yeah, the new ones that just came out.
That would be crazy.
You didn't see them?
That would be
You didn't see them today?
No.
They posted them today.
I wasn't really on my phone today.
They're probably made in a CGI studio, but whether they're real or not, they are amazing looking. I'll say that.
And you're going to wrap the unicell in them,
whole
apparently.
unicell is going to be wrapped in galaxies. It's got to find a guy to do it.
Did you choose bus life because it was cheaper than home owning, or because you wanted the freedom to travel and be at home at the same time?
Both.
That's a great question. That's a really good question. Well, we initially started into this whole thing because we are musicians, and we wanted to tour, and we wanted to travel, both of those things. So we bought the van, and we spent, how much did we buy that van for? Was it $5,100 or $5,400?
51.
51?
Yeah.
$5,100 for an 87 camper van that had 54,000 miles on?
59,000 miles.
59,000 miles on? We've had a lot of
Maybe I
vehicles,
should
all
be
right?
telling
Cut
the
me some
story.
slack. We've had a lot of vehicles.
87, E250, yeah.
It's a lot of numbers. So it was pretty low miles for its age. It had been barn stored.
Oh, it was in incredible shape.
Amazing shape. Basically $5,000, which is today.
Yeah, it was also
oh my God.
years ago.
I know, but you'd be paying so much money for that van now. And we had to borrow a little bit to get it.
$5 into it, probably.
And we spent every last dime that we had on that thing, and just so poor. Like, we were so poor. We were playing shows, and that money would go into the gas tank, and people we were playing shows with would feed us.
Yeah.
And friends would feed us, and we would go camp, and we just had the time of our life. Like, it was challenging in so many ways that were so beneficial for us, at least for me, for growth,
sure.
just as a human being. And I, of course, the way I'm describing it, I fondly look back on those times, because it really was just like getting out into the US. You know, we didn't travel internationally in the first year or two. So just getting out and seeing our own country and seeing all of the diversity and like levels of wealth and the way that other people live, you know, good and bad, and just expanding our bubble was just so eye-opening. And
absolutely,
we completely fell in love with it. Obviously, we're still here. We're still doing it. And it was hard, but it was great. And I think initially we just had that bug to travel, and we were really ambitious about touring. And so it did both of those things for us. We also could not, in our wildest dreams, afford to have an apartment and 2 cars.
No.
So
no way.
We put all our money into having one van and taking off in it, you know?
Yeah.
And it was incredible.
Yeah. And the cheesy way, say it chose us. We didn't choose it. No, but really, like, I didn't even know, like, the whole, like, van life, hashtag van life was a thing when I wanted to get a van, like, a couple years before that. And I was like trying to explain to Savannah, and she thought she had a different image of what I was expressing. Anyways, point is,
I was like, I am not moving.
It sort of just, it just more served our needs. Like, we were already trying to travel as much as we could and like play gigs out of town and go see things. So we were hopping trains and planes and renting cars or driving cars.
Yep.
So it just made sense for us to get a vehicle that we could stay in all the time. We didn't want to pay to be in an apartment. That was the thing. Like, we didn't want to keep traveling and paying an apartment full time and all that.
A place we weren't going to be because we wanted to be touring. You
so
know?
It more just kind of fit our life than like we saw, hey, van life, bus life. That looks fun. Let's do that. Which is fine if that's what gets people into it. But I always say this when we talk to people about like consultations and stuff is there like a motivating reason of why you're trying to do it, right? So I've said this so many times, you know, gigging, you want to go ski and snowboard, you want to, I don't know, sell something, a product, you need to travel.
If it gets you closer to your like, passion.
Yeah. If it's more like it's like working towards what you're trying to do as opposed to I just want to go live in a cool vehicle, that's cool too.
For us, it was what we could afford as 2 musicians.
Yeah.
At the time, you know, it was a lot cheaper than it is now.
I guess yes to both what he said. He said, was it for the travel or for the expenses?
We obviously loved that question.
Yeah.
I did. I thought that was a great question.
We've talked thoroughly on that. We could talk on that forever. So.
Jay, spammers reported. Thank you. I'm drowning here. I am going to do what Chuck said. I'm going to turn that comment thing on that you have to be subscribed. I thought I looked through all the settings. There's a lot of settings when you schedule a live. So I'm going to do that. I'm learning every week. This is is a learning experience. And that's okay. We're all just learning.
Yeah.
Love the Bigfoot shirt, Drew.
Yeah, did you read it? Who's that from?
Not all who wander are lost. Some are looking for discs. From Jay.
Yeah.
Agent Officer Thomas A. Porter, DPO. From the comments.
Okay.
There y'all are. YouTube notices are not coming up to notify, but I am here, present, and accounted for. We love to see it. Thank you for being here. Bus Big Buford, have you or will you put steps up to that cool door? Yes. We were brainstorming this a little bit earlier.
Elevator.
An elevator.
Maybe. We'll see.
An elevator.
There will be something. Yes. It's so high off the ground too right now.
So high.
So
it's like up to my nose.
It should probably be the most unique and challenging engineering project of this build, I think.
I'm
definitely
really
unique.
I'm really excited for it. I have ideas.
We are saving all our Kevin power-ups for that one.
Yes, we are.
Absolutely.
Yes, we are.
We're kind of examining what has been done on Overlanders and even like RVs and seeing the different options.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll probably sort of put that in a blender and either, I think we'll probably end up designing our own thing, but maybe there's a product that already works out there. So we will see. Time will tell.
There's a lot of really good step options, like the actual steps that expand and retract and all that stuff. So we might buy those, and then the whole situation that we have going on, we're probably going to have to like custom design some of that. But I think we can use parts and pieces that we can find to buy. We won't have to like fabricate every part of it.
Right. Hopefully not.
Yeah, hopefully not, because that will be time.
Yeah, no, that I'm excited to see what we come up with. We're kind of putting a lot of that stuff to the end. Most of the outdoor stuff we're pushing off now because we want to get the inside built up, and I guess we'll see. I don't know. Time will tell.
Christine says, I also have a 1988 Dodge 250B. I wanted more space, so I bought the bus. My daily driver is my Dodge.
No way.
So cool.
That's sick.
I mean, you might not know it because we just bought a fairly new Chevy Unicell, but there is a very special place in my heart for those older vehicles.
The 80s are the best ones by far. Aesthetically, they have the most style.
The dash and the steering wheel, and yeah, it's very stylish.
I feel like it hit the 90s and all those designers just lost all style.
They tried to get too high tech with it.
And they're just like blah. And now it's basically been the same way for 30 years and we just kind of accept it. Yeah. But like, dude,
they have so much
Ford
charm.
Fronts from the 80s, that boxy front on all the Fords. Oh my gosh, that's what we had in our van. So cool.
It's so much personality.
And even the Dodges in the 80s too. Yeah, the 70s ones are okay, but it's like not as refined. I'm telling you, the style of the 80s, all those vans are just the best. You can't beat them. They definitely by far the best looking ones.
Element 115, just an idea. How about your back door? You have like a porch that you're able to pull down and pull back up. I think that would be awesome. The roll-up door.
Maybe time will tell. We're cooking up some ideas back there.
That's an idea, isn't it?
We're cooking up some ideas back there.
Cheers. Tom, where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years? It's an interesting question.
5 to 10 years. Either the Nordic countries or Southeast Asia.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Probably.
Yeah. Hi.
Or maybe somewhere else completely different. I would say not here. That's probably the most definitive answer I could give, and time will tell, and that could change, but that's what I think.
10 years is tough because a lot can change in 10, but in 5, I mean, our big dream for a long time has been to have an Overlander, like a proper Overlander 4x4.
Oh, so you got to do a big thumbnail and like a 3-year lead up to the big reveal on that. What are you doing?
Big YouTube reveal.
Finally comes together.
Big announcement.
Yeah,
soon.
Sorry, go ahead though.
For years, we just say we have a big announcement.
That is probably the big picture.
We're really, really excited for this overlanding kind of vehicle that we hope to get in the future. And really just build that like from the ground up, like get our ideal vehicle chassis, which we can't tell you about yet because I do want it to be a big surprise.
And we're not completely sure.
And we've gone back and forth with a few things, but once we decide, we've narrowed it down to a few.
Yeah.
We want to really just like restore the whole thing because they are older vehicles. So we want to just, I mean, get into like every bolt in the frame and like really restore it and make sure that it's just, we know everything about it. We know it inside and out. We have built it. I'm really excited about all the fabrication that's going to go into that and the welding and building kind of like a subframe for a box on the back. We have a specific idea for that box as well. So I think that's our future. And then once we build that, obviously we want to drive it all over. You know, doing the Pan Am has been a huge dream of ours. Drew, with the whole disc golf situation, really wants to go to Sweden, Finland, all these places where disc golf is really huge.
Yeah, because other than here, that's the only place it's really big.
Yeah.
It's actually U.S. is the best place to be for it, weirdly enough. But
yeah, so that's our big dream. Hopefully we can start making it happen in the next few years, because it's going to be a big project, you know, to do it the way that we want to do it. But we have a bit of a head start having done these builds. To us, a lot of these builds is kind of preparation and figuring out what we truly want for that overlanding build. Because once we do that, that's going to be our build, you know, like we're not going to switch out of that after we've built it from the ground up. So we're hoping
that's
to
the
really
plan right now. So
really dig in and get it right. You know, it's been 7 years of research basically.
Yeah, that's the idea right now. And I think if it goes that way, we'll have that build for at least 10 years.
Yeah, we hope
maybe
hope
forever,
to really,
but who knows, you know, time will tell, but that's sort of like the rough outline.
Yeah. That's a very brief synopsis of the
or on the moon
5 to 10 years. Let's see. Jay, thanks for sharing your story. You're welcome. We love to ramble.
Thank you.
Disc golf in all caps. Growing slow and wild. Hello, friends. Viral and Zach in the house.
Goodness.
Speaking of overlanding builds, they've
Those
got
guys
themselves
are building something wild down there in Tennessee.
They've got themselves a SARS ambulance they're building from the ground up.
Yeah, go check out Growing Slow and Wild, right? Correct.
Yep.
They are building a pretty interesting vehicle right now.
It's
tons of
cool.
Character. Very fascinated by all those little side boxes you guys have. I know you eliminated some of them already, but the ones you're keeping, man, the outside storage access, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see what happens. I've been enjoying the videos. So yeah, anybody who doesn't know those guys, Growing Slow and Wild, good friends of ours, Zach and Fiorella, go check out their channel. They're doing some pretty interesting stuff right now.
They said, let's overland together. If we're doing the Pan Am, we're doing it with those guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. That'd be so fun. Not only to do the Pan Am, but to do it with friends. Like, how fun would that be? That would be so cool.
Amazing.
Bus Big Buford. I'm looking for steps up to my handicap door. I'll need 2 ways to get dogs out.
Oh.
That makes sense. And maybe the way that we end up figuring it out will work for you, because those retractable steps that we're looking at, that might be a good option because you can take them on and off. You know, it doesn't affect when you're driving, you know.
Dogs, you probably want to get a ramp, though.
Maybe.
I think it would be better.
Yeah.
You might be able to just work out like a mini moving ramp that can slide out and click in.
That would be really cool.
Or you could even have it maybe mounted on the side underneath and then set it. I don't know. Some quick thoughts. I know he would probably be happier with the ramp, though he doesn't like the ramp that's on the unicell because of the.
Oh yeah, he hates.
I think. Well, it's kind of like sharp, the traction part. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it has little ridges on it so that you don't slip, and he really hates it.
Yeah.
You can see in the videos, the early videos where we were introducing the unicell, you can see him just hating the ramp, like not wanting to walk up it. We had to coax him up it with treats. Bart, now you're speaking my language with big overland vehicles. It's intriguing for sure. It's a pretty cool option when you're doing it full time.
Yeah.
There's some really good vehicles out there.
I mean, I think that's the long game. Like, for anyone who's trying to really be in the long haul, I think it's kind of the way to go. If you're trying to be long haul full time, I think that's sort of the dream.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
it's not an easy entry for a lot of reasons.
You gotta
Financial is part of it, but a lot more than even that.
Yeah. There's usually a lot of like technical skill that goes into one of those builds. A lot of welding, a lot of fabrication. If you're a mechanic, even better.
Yeah.
Because some of them are just straight up tractor engines. It's literally just a tractor engine. It's got like a cat engine in it.
That being said, you could also just go a lot smaller and lighter. And I think if you were traveling solo, it'd be so easy to just like get into something like a Defender or something. And that would be more than comfortable for one person. I think it could be comfortable for two people, but it's tight. I know there's like full families in them. But something like that would be a lot easier entry. But it depends what your goal is. The big ones it's a lot of parts. It's just like you got to learn even more stuff. You need to learn about, if you're not mechanically inclined, you don't have a history of like being a mechanic. It's like you gotta have to learn some of that stuff.
Yeah,
some things you're gonna have to fix on your own.
We're at just over an hour, so we'll just do a few more questions and then we're gonna take off. Another Wednesday. Look at us.
How wonderful.
How wonderful. Your Element 115, your next build should be a build home that travels over lake water and chill. Lake water and chill? Chilly lake water?
And chill.
Did you mean an aquatic vehicle?
So one that can do everything? Yeah.
Because if so, I'm on board.
I mean, that's the real dream. One that can fly, swim, and drive. That's what I want to build.
Oh my gosh. These builds are just going to get progressively more
intense.
One
that can bore a hole through the earth.
Oh, that big vehicle with the twisty
cartoony one, not even a real one.
With the drill on the front.
And then I would put rockets on the back and go to space.
Nice.
Then eventually I'll be able to time travel with it and teleport.
I like it.
So if I could teleport, why would I do any of the other things at all?
I'm on board.
Keep in touch.
Keep in touch.
Yeah. See you in 1,000 years.
Oh, can't you see a Savannah and Drew built overland mod? I can.
Yes.
In my mind's eye.
I see it every day.
Bart, I can and hopefully will. You can do it.
I think so.
Put carpet on the ramp. When we were talking about the ramp.
Oh, yeah.
He would love that. We put a piece of plywood on it today and
he was much better.
Immediately he loved it. So definitely. Steven, traveled through Southeast Asia when I was 26 with my girlfriend.
Nice.
That's amazing. Time of my life. 26 years later, my wife and I have 3 wonderful kids and a house in the country. Never too late to start over. What a wonderful trip.
That's awesome.
That is so cool.
We almost went there and then the world fell apart for a little bit.
Yeah. In late 2019, like fall, around Christmas time, we were about to book tickets for the next like early summer to go backpack Southeast Asia. And then of course we all know what happened.
Things changed a little bit
in March of 2020. And so everything changed. Luckily we hadn't already booked the tickets, but we were this close to going and doing that. And then of course everything changed and we never got a chance, but still a huge goal of ours. It'd be really cool to take the Overlander over there.
Oh, yeah. We will. For sure, eventually.
Growing slow and wild. You guys are the freaking best. I want to cry. It's never a dull moment.
You guys are the best.
Never a dull moment.
Also, you need to cruise up here for some disc golf. What the heck?
I know. You guys aren't that far away.
I would go down and visit you, but it's too hot down there.
I know. Right now. Maybe in a little bit.
Yeah, maybe we will.
Agent Officer Thomas A. Porter, DPO. Travel your dreams. At some point in the journey, one stops after many accomplishments. from the bucket list and recall what George Carlin said. You got stuff. What you gonna do with all that stuff?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
We actually today we were planning out kind of like storage in the vehicle, and if we move into it, we'll have to downsize just a little bit. And I think I might be ready for that.
Yeah, part of me wants to just cash it all in and just
we accumulated some stuff, like being in this vehicle, because the bus, because it has a lot of storage, and we just, if you have space for stuff, you're gonna fill it with stuff, which is ridiculous because we still live in a 23-foot shuttle bus.
I complain all the time. We got rid of some stuff,
and we're like, we need to downsize.
This is too much stuff. People, and then we interact with people that live a more traditional Western style life, and they think we're ridiculous.
They think we're crazy because we are already living pretty
small. I hate it. I have too much.
Yeah.
I really just need my guitar and a couple discs.
That'll
be good.
Bart, since Drew doesn't have his guitar, does this mean when the live ends we get a dance sign off? I know Drew doesn't have his guitar today.
Tough without music, though. I mean, I'm hearing it in my head, but
I know your dance moves were just legendary. All right, we are gonna sign off.
This is your dance sign off. Dancing signing off.
Drew signing us off. Oh look, Mateo woke up. You say goodbye to the people. Whoa.
It's Chewini for the people.
He's a Chewini for the people, a Chewini of the people. You say goodbye to everybody.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. This is your dance send off.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We're going to do more things with the settings over here. Thank you guys for all of the tips. And
keep doing what you do.
If anybody wants to mod next week, DM me. And we'll be here next week. We'll be hanging out. We have a whole bunch of stuff to build this week. We have a really exciting video coming up this week.
Oh, yeah.
So we will see you on Sunday, and we will see you for another live next Wednesday. Thank you, Mateo.
Awesome.
Can you say bye to everybody? All right. Have a good night, guys, and we will see you next week. All right.